best interview question ever. Before I tell you what it is, I want to tell you where I worked this out. I was in an interview with a client of mine, and we had this person, and I don't know, do you ever get the feeling something's not quite right? They're saying all the right things and so forth, and I call it my spideys. They were going off in this interview, and kind of out of nowhere, this question popped into my head, so I fired it off. And here's the question. Tell me about the biggest mistake you made at your last job. And in this instance, this particular person, they sat there and they kind of squirmed around and looked around the room and said, oh, geez, I can't think of any. I didn't really make any mistakes at my last job. Well, that was where I called BS in my mind, because guess what? We all make mistakes. And the person I was, my client at that stage, went on to hire this person, and they turned out to be a complete disaster. And the principle also is the way we do anything is the way we do everything. So guess what? When they made mistakes, they didn't realise it, they made excuses, they weren't prepared to be vulnerable to admit that actually made this mistake. And that's probably the most important thing. Attitude is key when you're recruiting. And a big part of attitude is someone's ability to admit when they've made a mistake, rather than duck and weave and make excuses and blame other people, because there's no power in that. And you're going to have a lot of trouble keeping them accountable and getting them to do the things that are most important for you and your business and what that role needs. So try it out. Next interview you have, ask them, what's the biggest mistake you made at your last job? And don't really worry about the answer, but look at how they answer it. Do they open up? Do they be honest? No matter how funny the story is that they tell you, make sure that you're seeing the real person.